When it's holiday season and we want to have a lot of activities going on, we're all excited about the hustle and bustle and all the things that come with the holidays, which is part of the fun. It can be a little overwhelming and difficult for seniors who have dementia or Alzheimer's disease. So I'm here today with 5 tips for ways that you can adapt holiday activities so that you and your loved one with dementia get the most out of the season. Hi, it's Robin with SeniorSafetyAdvice.com. Tune into our channel for tips and hints for seniors and caregivers about aging in place safely. So, holiday hustle and bustle. As you can see, I'm starting to prepare for the holidays this year. I don't have a loved one with dementia, but for those of you who do, it can be a holiday, a mix, a bittersweet time because you really want to include your loved one that has dementia, and yet you know that sometimes there can be issues with ways that they respond to certain activities. So one of the first things that you can do is to make sure that when you have a gathering or if you go to a gathering, that it is a small gathering if your loved one is going to be with you or take part in it. So think about it as someone who doesn't have dementia. Walking into a huge party of 50 people that you may or may not know can be an overwhelming thing on a good day anyway. So if you are someone who has dementia, think about how it may be for them. Depending on their level of dementia, they may know everybody who's there. It may be early stages, but still it can be a little overwhelming to have such a big gathering right in your face. so and if they're in the later stages and they're not recognizing people, obviously that's going to be a much different experience for them. So try to keep your gatherings small, either at your house or wherever you take them. If you're going to have, for example, Christmas Eve dinner, well, depending on the stage of the person, you may just want to have the immediate family there whom they all recognize, or maybe you want to do a small gathering of maybe, 5 or 6 friends, and that's it. So take that into consideration. So tip number 2 is to be mindful of the time of day that you either go to a gathering or hold a gathering or an activity in your house. Some people with dementia don't do as well at night because they're tired. They've had the whole day that they've had to get through and process things and whatever. And so it can be more difficult for them in the evening. Some people sleep very late. And so, if you get up if you get up late in the morning, maybe, you don't want to go to a morning gathering because the person hasn't necessarily awakened. So, well yet, kind of like you got to have your coffee first, that kind of thing. So just be mindful of the time of day that your loved one with dementia does best, and then either try to hold a gathering at that time, around that time, or, those are the ones that you choose to take them to. Another thing to think about, tip number 3, is to watch out for diet changes. So when the holidays come, we all overindulge in foods that we maybe don't normally get during the rest of the year. So seniors with dementia would like to do the same. If somebody has always enjoyed Christmas cookies and you stick a platter of Christmas cookies on the table, like anyone, they're going to be gravitating towards that platter. So some things can upset your senior's stomach. Rich foods are one. Sugary foods can make changes, just like how you talk about children on a sugar high. Adults that have too much sugar can also have behavioral changes. So it would be something to keep your loved one from dementia either away from or limit them. And alcohol is another thing. Alcohol causes behavioral changes in people who don't have dementia. So obviously, someone who does have dementia can also experience changes as well. So tip number 4, make sure to plan and do things that your loved one with dementia enjoys. So it's no good to drag them to a football game, a holiday football game the day after Thanksgiving, if that isn't something that they like. You want to make sure that it's fun for everybody. So rather than having them frustrated or, angry about being somewhere, make sure that you know that you're going to places that they enjoy. Maybe your loved one with dementia loves to bake cookies, and so they would be happy to go to a cookie exchange party. Maybe they like football, so they would be happy to go to a football game or not. Again, think about the things that the senior enjoys and stick to that as much as possible. And tip number 5, my last tip, is to make sure that you build some quiet time into holiday activities. So if you have your father with dementia and he's living with you and family is coming for, I don't know, Hanukkah celebration or for, Christmas Eve dinner, then make sure that your dad has some quiet time that they can get away, a quiet place to get away. At least if they know that they're feeling overwhelmed by all of the things that are going on, they know that they can retreat to their bedroom or something like that. It is a way for them to feel a little bit more in control of the situation. And also, if you notice during a gathering that your loved one with dementia is becoming a little overstimulated or a little agitated, make sure that you go ahead and get them to that quiet place and give them a chance to relax where they don't have all this outside noise and conversation and lights flashing and Christmas music playing and all this sensory stimulation. Give them a chance to calm down and regroup. And then if somebody does really want to speak with them, they can spend some quiet time one-on-one with a grandchild or, something like that where it's in a place that's quiet and a little bit more in their control. So I hope that these tips will help you to navigate the holidays and in a joyful way with your loved one that has dementia or Alzheimer's. If you like the video, please give it a thumbs up and please don't forget to subscribe. Leave us a comment if you have a tip about how to help get through the holidays with a loved one with dementia. And thank you so much for watching. We're wishing you happy holidays here at Senior Safety Advice. Until the next video, take care. Bye-bye.